I bid you all good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever you may be watching this transmission. It is I, Mike Martins. Thanks for joining me. Man, do I have an amazing housing story for you guys. This one's really good. If you're under the hammer, so to say. What am I talking about? Well, stick around. Guys, don't forget to turn on your reminder for the 6-hour-long Mike and the Nightathon. We're going to have a pile of guests on. If you want to come on the show, don't forget to add me on Skype, Mike Martins, MikeMartins, 1980 at gmail.com. Come on the show. Guys, if you want to support this transmission, do not join me on here. Go ahead and support me on Patreon, where I actually get paid for the work and stuff I produce. Ready for this? More than 3,000 properties were meant to go under the hammer this weekend. Then the government banned auctions. So people watching this in the United States are probably wondering, under what? Well, in Australia, they've sold out to the highest bidders, basically. Whoever's got more money, and the Australian proper don't have nowhere near the money as wealthy money launderers, investors that come in and buy out properties and leave them empty. Now, this house here sold for $2.4 million. This little thing, I'll show you here. This thing right here. Yeah, let me zoom that in so you can see that. That thing sold for $2.4 million in Australia. There it is right there. $2.4 million. That's 1.8 million US dollars. 1.7 probably. What can you buy in Boca Raton, Florida, in a good area west of Powerline Drive? Buy a small intercoastal and a lake for 195,000 US. That's like 360,000 Australian dollars. Wow, this luxurious home in Boca Raton. Look at this, with the pool and a beautiful, look at that landscape, a nice area, beautiful furniture, top of the line, everything. Easy to maneuver around, 3 bedrooms, 3 bath. You have everything you need in one house, and it's got 79 images of it. Look at that. And property tax on this house is $930 per year. Or you could buy this thing for 2.4 million Australian dollars. So 1.6 million. Or you could get this for like 300,000 Australian dollars. Or 195 American. In a good, I know this area. This is a really good area, actually, believe it or not. So, what do they mean by hammer? Well, people go to auction. They stand outside. Here, I'll even look it up for you guys living in the States. Australian housing auction. And then go images. Oh, it's got clearance rates. It looks like this. A bunch of guys stand outside. Then you have a bunch of people bidding on a house. They're not there. They're all bidding. And they're bidding on a 2-bedroom home. A 3-bedroom home. There they are again here. And believe it or not, that's what they're doing. This is exactly what these people are doing. They're bidding on this house. They're bidding on this house. And you could basically go to Boca Raton and buy this for one, not even a quarter, like a fraction of the cost of what it costs to live in Australia. So that's why a lot of people in Australia, I'll tell you, are home broke. Now, with 3,000 properties to go under the hammer this weekend, then the government banned auctions. Now they can't sell off their country anymore to the highest bidder. What are they going to do? On Tuesday, the federal government, which is a few days ago, government banned property auctions at open houses indefinitely to stop the spread of COVID. The decision was made ahead of what was supposed to be the biggest auction weekend of the year, with 3,065 properties penciled in under the hammer. CoreLogic Research analyst expects real estate agents to try to make sales over the phone or online instead. This weekend, the best indication of how the market will cope with new restrictions. It was the busiest weekend of the year so far, but now real estate agents are racing to sell thousands of homes under a single auction, without a single auction taking place. Ooh, God forbid those money grubbers can't go and get as much as they can for a property. Well, see, this house already got a decline. See, a lot of people watching this in Australia will say, well, Mike, they're going to go to auction for that house, right, Mike? No, it's actually been reduced $5,000 because nobody wants to buy it. And if you want, there's tens of thousands of these homes there for the same price. So here's another one here. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,300 square feet, right there. Detached home. And that's a gorgeous house. Private entrance, your everything. That's a little gorgeous home. How much is that house? 110,000. That's about 200,000 Australian dollars. 110,000 American. Oh yeah. Oh friggin' yeah. And everybody's running around to buy this thing for $2.4 million. Look at that kitchen. Look at that kitchen. Yeah, there's, you know why? It's because Mr. T stepped in this kitchen. Mr. T made breakfast in that kitchen. All right. So, on Tuesday evening, the federal government banned auctions and open houses indefinitely in the latest bid to stop the spread of COVID. In total, the ban will scrap each of the 3,065 auctions that were supposed to go ahead. Exactly how many of those sellers might make it to the market remains unclear. Last week, withdrawal rates climbed around 8% of the spread of COVID disrupted market confidence, with the number of confirmed cases in Australia raising to 2,423 on Thursday, more than twice what it was last week. And with physical auctions now cancelled, Harling expects withdrawals and post-ornaments to soar. Post-ornaments. After a weekend, we should have a better idea on how this is going to impact the auction market going forward, she said. While the exact look remains clouded, the COVID still looks like it could put the property market largely on ice for weeks, if not months. Well, they're going into winter in Australia, so it's not that bad, because this is going to be slow season, right? I don't know when Australians are going to wake up. I understand that people want to own a home and stuff, but to sell out your soul, your family, your future for a couple of $1 million to buy this thing? I'm sorry, I'm not picking on the house, but a lot of people would agree with me that that's not worth a couple of $1 million. I'm sorry. When you could buy this house in Kirkland, Florida. I even know where this is too. Nice area. Look at the backyard. Look at your pool. Yeah, you go ahead and tell me. Yeah, you go ahead and tell me what's worth now. Oh, Mike, but there's no jobs in Florida. There's 25 million people in Florida. The people that complain are the ones that can't wrap their heads. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna take a step back right now because I'm freaking out here. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Look at this 4-bedroom, nice house, detached, been on the market for several hundred days. 195,000, 4-bedroom, 3-bath. Gorgeous home. Where is it? It's by 27th. Yeah, it's not a bad area at all. It's quiet though. It's a very quiet area. Yeah, it's like this. It's like very quiet. It's by the beach too. It's a very quiet area, but still 195 grand, 4-bedroom, 3-bath in Vero Beach, Florida. I mean, that's a really good deal in my opinion. Anyways, guys, don't forget to set your reminder here on Mike in the Night. If you can, the Mike in the Night-a-thon. Set your reminder, and don't forget to go up to the top link here and support me on Patreon if you can, and join the other 28 supporters on Patreon. Support the transmission. Help a YouTuber out that's getting shafted by YouTube. Thanks for watching, guys, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching.